Hi there, this is Chris, Chaplain at Motor Legends. Today I'm going to talk to you about the new for 2024 Belstaff Crosby jacket. And don't forget, if you find what we say interesting, please like and subscribe. The Crosby has been in the Belstaff range for quite a while, although it was not around in the olden days before the ailing British brand was rescued by the Italian Melanotti family, whereas the Trialmaster and Brooklands jackets were around in that pre-Melanotti era. But that does not alter the fact that the Crosby has long been the most practical motorcycle jacket in the Belstaff collection. In its most recent configuration, the longer centre-belted Trialmaster has simply proven too heavy and too cumbersome for many people, whereas the shorter Brooklands has proven itself to be too short, particularly at the back. The problem is when you lean forward over the bike, the Brooklands can leave a gap between your jeans and the bottom of the jacket, and that is dangerous if you end up going down the road. And it also allows the rain to run down the back of the jacket when it's raining, right into your pants. Now, for 2024, the Trialmaster has been given a much lighter weight fabric, and that is going to make the Trialmaster much easier to live with. Belstaff has also given the Brooklands a longer tail. So again, that should make that jacket more practical, much more practical, especially in wet weather. But in our view, the Crosby is still the sensible one. It's light and easy to wear, and in some ways we think this is the perfect length for a motorcycle jacket. It's long enough to keep you completely protected from the elements, but with these side adjusters, it's much easier to live with than the Trialmaster, as it does without the faff of the Trialmaster's centre belt that, if it's not fastened, just kind of hangs there. The new for 2024 Crosby is not massively different, it has to be said, to its predecessor. So the outer fabric is still an 8-ounce British Millerain wax cotton. This is backed by a drop liner membrane, but here's the thing about a wax cotton garment that has a drop liner membrane. It is going to deliver waterproofing that is normally more than a match for a laminated jacket or pant. And that's because the rain cannot pass through this wax impregnated outer fabric. It's a second barrier to the rain. So it's almost impossible, therefore, for a wax cotton jacket or indeed pant to wet out. Now, one of the key differences between the old Crosby and the new one is that the new one is rated AA under EN 17092 for abrasion resistance, whereas the old jacket was rated single A. Now, we had always suspected that the old one would have passed at the AA level if ever Belstaff could have been bothered to test it to that level. The new jacket shows us almost certainly that it would have done. The jacket comes with level 1 D30, vented D30 in the shoulders and in the elbows. There's a pocket for a back protector, but that back protector is not supplied. A lot of the other stuff on the Crosby is pretty much what you'd expect of a Belstaff. So we're talking about corduroy in the cuffs and in the collar for comfort. We're talking about brass zips. We're talking about a brass and buckle arrangement here, sorry, a brass belt and buckle arrangement here at the neck, but also here on the side straps. You're going to get metal aerators under the arms for a little bit of breathability. You're going to get a check lining, these flat pockets on top and below, a silicone covered or a couple of silicone covered lower buttons so that you don't scratch the tank of your bike. You're going to get gussets and poppers at the sleeve ends. You don't get zips, but I think these gussets open wide enough to get most gloves inside the jacket if that's what you want to do, and so on and so forth. The Crosby is still, in our view, the most practical jacket in the Belstaff range. You can wear it, after all, on so many different types of bike. It's going to look bang on any kind of retro or vintage bike. If you've got a custom of some sort, then a wax cotton jacket of this ilk is almost mandatory. It will work on any kind of sit-up bike and will more than pass muster on an adventure bike. We actually here at Motor Legends have lots of customers who commute in a Crosby, and lots of scooterists like the Crosby too. I do admit, however, it would look a little bit weird on a sports bike. Now, of all the jackets in the Belstaff 2024 collection, the Crosby has changed the least. But then again, there never really was much wrong with it. Those who have shunned it in the past because of its A rating will no longer have to, even though the reality is that the 8-ounce outer fabric has not changed at all. One thing that Belstaff has done this year, however, is lower the price. Apparently, a new factory has allowed them to shave their costs. And so the Crosby is £50 less expensive than it was last year, and indeed than it was 3 years ago. Personally, I can't remember the last time I saw anything like that. For 2024, the Crosby will come in 4 colours. We'll have black and brown, which are the same colours we've had for many years. This year there's going to be a new colour called forest green, and there's also this colour which is known as sand. Now, Belstaff is very keen to promote their thermal liner that goes with this jacket because it doesn't come as standard with anything. It's called the climate vest, and obviously it is a gilet, it's a vest. It clips into the outer jacket, and if you like matching accessories, this may be the way to go. For insulation, the climate vest is filled with a hollow form fibre known as Primaloft, rather than, say, duck down or goose down. Personally, we might prefer to go for something like Klim's genuine goose down Maverick jacket. It would certainly be warmer, and as it's got sleeves, it would be more practical both on the bike and off the bike. Now, the Crosby was always our favourite wax cotton Belstaff jacket, but the improved versions of the Trialmaster, the lighter weight Trialmaster, and the improved version of the Brooklands with a longer tail are going to make this somewhat of a closer call. In some ways, the new Crosby is a case of plus ça change, plus c'est les mêmes choses. But the new Crosby is cheaper than the old one, and that is always a good thing. Well, I hope you found that interesting. If you'd like to see more Belstaff jackets, visit the website motorlegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about the jackets we've been discussing today, then click on one of the links on the screen. Sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there. That will take you directly to the relevant page on the website, and when you're there you'll be able to check out the spec in a little bit more detail. You'll be able to check availability, and obviously if you want to buy one of the jackets you can do that there and then. Now, when you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protective wear that you buy from us. Returns are totally free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. We have the best price promise in the business. Now, John Lewis was rightly famed for its never knowingly undersold price promise, but here at Motor Legends, we go one stage better. If you can find anybody selling anything that we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that competitor's price by a full 10%. Now, there are a few terms and conditions associated with what we call our price beat. Nothing particularly onerous, I assure you, but if you are going to attempt to price beat us, I suggest you go over to the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. If in the future you'd like to receive bulletins from us about new products, then go to the website. At the top of every page there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be in business. If, however, you prefer to get your information videographically, in other words in this form, we'd be simply delighted if you wanted to become a subscriber to our channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. Finally, I'd like to make mention of our fabulous little shop here at Motor Legends. We're based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station. And as I've suggested, it's a small shop. We have a small footprint, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have more than £4 million worth of motorcycle merchandise arranged over 3 floors. Technically, that makes us the second largest motorcycle shop in the UK, but we like to pride ourselves on being far more than just the amount of merchandise that we have here in the building. We're all about service, and we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come to see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we'll serve you proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. And who knows, if you're lucky, you might even get to sample one of our delicious motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.